And we are live. Welcome in, everybody, to another episode of the Daily Disney Discussion. Hope everybody's having a great Saturday. Glad to be here. Almost didn't make it. We were out walking the dog. We had to rush. We were like, are we going to make it back in time? We're going to make it back in time. But we did. We are here. We are back and better than ever. And I'm really happy to be here with you guys today. Hope everybody's having a great weekend so far. Lots of big shows coming up this weekend. I hope you guys are all going to be there and watching them. I think they're going to be tons of fun for sure. Be sure to check out all of those, and we'll go over them in just a minute here. But before we even do any of that, I want to say hi to everybody in the chat. Let me just get everything up here. Hope you guys are all having a great day. Got tons of people here already. Appreciate it. Samantha Lowe, Brian Eisenhart, one of our members. James Ryan, another one of our members. Noah's in the house. Big Noah Mountain 5. Good to see you, Noah. Melissa's here. She's also right in the other room. Rob Fuzz is here. Let's see if I can do this, Rob. Actually, no, I can't. I thought I could do the mega horn, but I can't. Rob Fuzz is in the house. Big Disney fan is here. Good to see you. Alex Fisher's here. Nice to see you. Alex says, love Soarin. Let's see who else is there. Orlando Mike, another one of our members, is here. Orlando Mike, good to see you. James Garcia's in the house. Mike Wheeler's here. Says he loves the music. Me too, Mike. It's a good way to start the show with a good feel-good music for sure. Let's see who else. LSU mom Emily is here. Emily, great to see you. Hope you're doing well. Russ Stapleton's here, another one of our members. Another member of the Philly crew, Ron Mayer, that they're here as well. They had a great show on Thursday. Hope you guys got to see it. I think we're up to date. Let's see. Russ Stapleton, we got them. LSU mom, good to see her. As usual, it looks like that's everybody for now. But I'm just glad you guys are all here. Thank you all for being here. Marguerite Nagy's in the house. Marguerite, good to see you. Glad to see you as well. Hope you're doing well. Brian says, I waited in a 180-minute line for Soarin before it opened to the general public. Worth the wait. Yeah, we're going to talk about that in a minute for sure when we talk about Soarin, because I have a few things I want to say about it. Let me just pull a few things up here so I'm prepared for you guys. Now, of course, Saria Myers is in the house. Saria, good to see you, dear. Hope you're doing well. Another one of our members. Saria, so great to see you. Great to see it for sure. Walt, you found your razor. Every once in a while, James, I'll do that. It'll get to the point where it's just itchy and it's starting to irritate. So I'm just like, I'm just going to shave. That's what I do. Captain Akron 27's in the house. Captain Akron, great to see you as well. Orlando Mike says, I can only be on for an hour because I'm a guest on someone's channel tonight. Good. That's great. That's great. Congratulations, Mike. Have fun tonight, bud. Good to see you. Let's talk a little bit about Soarin. Now, of course, it debuted a while back in Florida. It's such a great concept for a ride. I love this ride. It's over in the Land Pavilion at Epcot. What's neat about it is when it first originally opened, it was Soarin' over California, which I love Soarin' over California. Absolutely love Soarin' over California. I think it's absolutely great. I don't think there's anything like it anywhere. It was such a great, obviously it's a projection screen. It's like a giant, think IMAX for sure in a lot of ways, but it's really fantastic. The score, which by the way I couldn't play or else I would have got copyrighted. That's why I didn't play it. Otherwise I was gonna, but I didn't want to get copyrighted. Brian says, during the cast previews for DCA, there was no Fast Pass. Oh, I believe that. But this ride for the longest time was Soarin' over California, and you had the different scenes, and I think everybody has their favorite scene from whether it's the old one or the new one, but we'll talk about the scenes in a minute. It's over in the Land Pavilion. Wait times for this ride are always high, but what Disney did really nice was when they took it down for that lengthy refurb, and they did the new show, the new video, and made it Soarin' around the world, which we'll get into. They also built a third theater, which was a major godsend. It was such a plus that they did that because it took wait times that were well over 70, 80, 90 minutes and brought them down to 40 to 50, which is still 40 to 50. Don't get me wrong. I get it. That's still not an easy wait time, but it almost cut them in half. That third theater did wonders for this ride. It really did. It really did wonders for it. Ross says, I like that it was designed using an erector set. Yeah, I know the guy that did it. That's how he did it. They couldn't think of a way to do it. where to you could be one, one behind the other, and then everybody could see it together. So he was like, "Let's go up with it," and it was ingenious for sure. James says, I agree. It is fascinating that cheap design was done on an erector set. I agree. It's pretty awesome. Bill Steffen, welcome in from Kentucky. Everybody say hi to Bill. Bill, hope you're doing well, buddy. Orlando Mike says, I always loved that fact, Ross. And funny because I wish they still sold erector sets. Yeah, I know. They were big when I was a kid. But the ride itself is great, and we're going to get into it in a minute. Because I do have a couple of opportunities for this ride, and we'll get into that in a second here. The queue itself is very, very basic. It's very bland. There's not much to it. They have added in the standby side, like an online thing you can do on your app on your phone, which I think is kind of neat. Kind of helps to pass the time a little bit. But there's really not much else to this queue. It's very plain. I hate to say it, but it is what it is. It's very large. It's also very wide. So I'll be interested to see for this ride, when you talk about social distancing, how you're going to do it for this ride, for this wait, for the standby for this one. Now, I'm interested to see how they do that. Ron and Meredith say it was a 5-hour wait at Christmas one year. I believe it. Big Disney fan says nowadays a scale model design can be printed up on a 3D printer. Oh yeah, oh absolutely. But you know what? It's nothing like sets, like a practical sets, using practical sets, putting your hands in there, seeing it, doing it that way. I think there's still something to be said for practical sets, in my opinion. Just in my opinion. But the queue itself, adding that third theater was huge. Now, once you're inside, the pre-show with the guy I think it's Patrick Warburton. He's fantastic. If you ride it so much, you start to really quote him, like "Nice work, pal," or hats, glasses, and these little beauties. And it's so much fun. He really does a great job with it. I hope they never change the pre-show. I think it's really, really cool. Here's a fun fact: the building for Soarin' in California was themed as an airplane hangar. Huh? That makes sense, though. It makes sense. Rector sets are up there with Legos, Lincoln Logs, endless hours of designing and building. I agree, 100%. James says the queue does have an exceptional collection of space-related music for films like Rocketeer and Right Stuff. Yes, you're right, James. It does. I agree 100%. But queue itself, visually, there's not a lot there. But the music is great. I agree 100%. Ross says they need to add the moving sidewalks to the queue like the airport. The queue takes longer to get through than the actual ride, and it's boring. Well, it is. Well, I agree. I mean, there's not much to that queue. But I don't know what they would do to change it. I think the Taj Mahal is my favorite, even though it's CGI. Well, we're going to get into that because, Saria, that's a great question. Because the old one, if you go back to the old one for a second, Soarin' over California, I think my favorite scene in that is probably the waterfall scene where the guy's on the hang glider and goes around the waterfall. I really like that scene. I think that's really, really cool. That one, or the cowboys going through the desert or whatever it is they're doing. I really like that one too. But that's just me. I like the jasmine smell going over the Taj Mahal. Yep, they do have that. J&N Travels, welcome in. Good to see you. Everybody say hi to J&N Travels. Thank you for being here. We appreciate you. But that's just me. I on the old one, that was the two scenes I liked the best. On the new one, we'll have to talk about that a little bit. I want to get me a 3D printer to print up Magic Bands, Readers, and Cinderella Castles. Yeah, that'd be great. Absolutely. But I have to admit, I like the old one better than the new one. I'm sorry, I do. I like the score. Even though it's basically the same song, it's the same score as the original, as the first one. I think the original score was just a tiny bit better, and I definitely think the movie's better. I'm sorry, but I think Disney really dropped the ball on the second film, because what they did was, the Leaning Tower of Eiffel Tower, that shouldn't happen. I'm sorry, that just should not happen. With the better technology and the better video app capabilities that they have, that kind of stuff shouldn't happen and certainly cannot be missed. And what's even worse is, they know it, and yet they're doing nothing to correct it. I don't understand that. You can remake that part or do something to make that more believable, in my opinion. And the other issue I have with it, and I know a lot of people probably don't agree with me, I don't like the fact that a lot of it is CGI. It takes away from it. It just does. It doesn't make it as real. Like whether it be the scene with I think the polar bear isn't real. The scene with the whale I don't think is real. The elephant throwing the thing up into the sky isn't necessarily real. They could have done it a little bit different to make it a little bit more realistic. But that's again, that's just me. Oh, how about that? Kitchen Cabaret and Food Rocks used to be where Soarin is currently at. That's interesting. Didn't know that. Ronnie used to pretend to kick the guys on the raft in the river. Yeah, it's true. I believe that. Some of that's so realistic, for sure. Soarin is the only ride I've ever been on where the whole room erupts in applause at the end about 99% of the time. Oh, I agree. Look, first time I ever rode it. Well, I don't know, Brian. You haven't ridden Flight of Passage yet. Flight of Passage kind of warrants things like that. And Rise of the Resistance just warrants something totally different. Disney Dan is in the house. There's Dan. Speaking of Dan, right after my show, it's 7 o'clock tonight. So you get that half an hour in between. Be sure to check out Dan with Disney Fiasco. I'm sure he's going to have a great show tonight. He's probably going to have some wonderful guests on at 7 o'clock. Be sure to check him out. And then I'll be right back at 8 o'clock with Steve. And we're going to be talking a lot of Disney. Lots of big Disney news this week, good and bad, that we need to talk about at 8 o'clock. And we're going to go into all of it. Lots of opinions we're going to have. And it's going to be in a very interesting time. I hope you guys can make it for that show tonight. It's going to be, I think it's going to be a real good one. But Dan, thanks for being here, buddy. Good to see you. Let's see. Dan saying hi to everybody. Day Disney Dan, good to see you now, and we'll see you in a short bit. That's right. Yep, we certainly will see him in a short bit. Yep. Let's see what else we got here. Everybody's saying hi. You mean the Leaning Tower of Paris? Exactly. And that's my problem, Brian. I don't think that should ever happen. Who's double checking, triple checking this to make sure that it's realistic? Look, the whole point of these rides and to do them is to make them as realistic as you can. And when you see something like that, it just takes away from it. I don't know. I just don't think that they did as good a job for that part of it as they could have. For me, on the new show, probably my favorite part is probably the part at the Grand Canyon with the water, with the hot air balloons, even though it kind of scares me a little bit because, I'm afraid of heights anyway. I actually really like that scene. I think that's a really cool scene for me. But I really think they dropped the ball with that. I really do. Don't get me wrong. This ride is fantastic. It's still a great, great ride. But I want to hear what you guys think. Did you like the old one better than the new one, or do you like the new one better than the old one? I love the orange grove in Soarin' over California. Yes, Melissa, the smells of the oranges and everything, it was amazing. It absolutely was amazing. Ross says, yes, too much CG in the new version. Still a great ride. Oh, yes, definitely was. Happy Mother's Day, Melissa. Thank you, Brian. I appreciate that, and I'll definitely get to that in just a minute here. The Adventures of Gonzo. Gonzo's in the house. It's Gonzo. Good to see you guys. Great channel, everybody. Be sure to check out Gonzo's channel. We were on his channel the other night talking about DVC. We had a good time with that. I hope you guys get to see it. And Dan, thank you so much for that, buddy. You didn't have to do that. It's a £2 super chat from Disney Dan. Good to see you, pal. Bring back Orange Grove smell. $2. Thank you, Dan, so much for that, buddy. I appreciate that very much. That's very generous. You didn't have to do that, but thank you so much, pal. I appreciate it so much. And you're very generous. Thank you, dude. I appreciate that. And we'll be over at your channel in just a little bit. I saw t-shirts on guests during a recent trip with the Eiffel Tower sideways. James, I wish I would have saw those. That would have been so funny to see. I might have to get one of those. It's actually funny. Oh, thank you so much. James Garcia, there he is right there. I love them both. Me too, Walt. Me too, Mike. Yep. And Soaring over California, did that have the Colorado River? I think it did. I can't remember. I think it could be longer. Yeah, it could be longer, but it's so much fun. We have so much fun with it. It just goes fast. I like the old one. It smelled better. The scenes were better too. Yeah, that's me too. Oh my gosh. Gonzo, you didn't have to do that. A $9.99 super chat from the Adventures of Gonzo's. Thanks for all you do, brother. Gonzo, that's very generous, buddy. Thank you so much. Everybody, please, hearts in the chat for both Disney Dan and the Adventures of Gonzo for those very, very generous super chats, guys. Thank you so much. We always put everything back into the channel. Lighting is coming to make this room a little bit better, lighting-wise. We put it back into the channel. So we definitely appreciate all of your generosity on super chats, memberships. You guys are all just absolutely amazing. Your generosity never ceases to just amaze us. I keep saying the word amazing, but it's true. My favorite is, thank you, Gonzo, again, buddy, for sure. My favorite is the part with the fighter jets. It makes me jump every time, even though I know it's coming. It's just the sound and the excitement. Oh, yeah, for sure. James says, I enjoy both, but preferred Soarin' over California. Me too. That's exactly right. That's how I am. I'm the same way. Candy Mom's in the house. Cynthia, welcome. Thank you for being here. Another one of our members. Our actual first member was Cynthia. Thank you, Cynthia, for being here, dear. I appreciate you. And guys, thank you so much for that. Let's see, Mom. She says talking about Melissa. Yes, thank you, Gonzo, for sure. Let's see here. Let me just do this. Brian says, now the 18p minute wait for cast members and the other guests. I agree. That's a good one for sure. Dan, she's saying hi to everybody here. I bet it's a great show. Avery, the Cuban Americans in the house. Thank you, Avery, for being here. And oh my goodness gracious, Candy Mom, Cynthia, thank you so much. You didn't have to do that. A $14.99 super chat. Thank you so much. Guys, you're blowing us away tonight. Cynthia, thank you for that. That was very generous. You're already a member, but thank you so much. Oh my gosh, guys, you're just, I don't know what to say tonight other than thank you for your generosity. I really hope you guys enjoy these daily Disney discussions. I love bringing them to you. That's enough right there, but all of this is just icing on the cake. Thank you so much, Cynthia, for that. Wow, guys, hearts in the chats for Cynthia, too. But thank you again. Everybody saying hi. And see, James Garcia says, thank you, Cynthia. Again, Gonzo, Dan, I'm speechless. Thank you so much. Just want to say how much I love your channel. You are really nice. I've been to some channels that weren't nice. Oh, well, James, it's my pleasure, pal. We should all be nice to everybody. So we're always happy to have you here. Don't ever forget it. Come on in any single time. You'll always get a warm welcome. Everybody in this chat is fantastic. You're never going to have an issue with that for sure. But guys, this has been amazing. Thank you so much. But going back real fast to Soarin', I really enjoyed this ride. It was a groundbreaker. It was something very different than what we had ever had at Disney. It's a fantastic ride for sure. I love it so much. Now, is it a fast pass ride? Yes, it's a must-do fast pass if you can get it. Will I do a queue for this? Will I do standby? I will. I'll only do it at a certain point, though. If we're at a 50-minute or above standby for Soarin', that's when we start to hesitate. And even then, if we have other things we want to do, more than likely we're going to skip. If we can get 40 and under, we're probably going to wait. I don't know how you guys feel. Let me know. Do you have a time limit for Soarin'? Are you guys gonna do a standby with them, or is this strictly I have to do fast pass? Everybody's making us cry from the living room. Walt, do you use Streamlabs or OBS? Neither one. This is called Ecamm. That's what I'm using. It's called Ecamm. Josh from Practically Perfect Park Hopping had showed me this. And thank you for that. He showed me this, saw it on his, and kind of gave me some information. I really like it. I like it a lot. I give Soarin' over California a 10, Soarin' over the world an 8.9. Brian, we're going to get to that in just a minute. We're going to talk about that in just a minute. Zippity Doodad is here. Patrick's in the house. Hey, Zip. Good to see you, buddy. Hope you're doing well. Thank you for being here. Dan says, James, you've joined a wonderful channel. Walt Melissa. Oh, Dan, thank you, buddy. James, you want another great channel? Be sure to check out Disney Dan. He's even better. He's fantastic. Thanks, Dan. Appreciate that. Everyone is getting you ready for when Disney Springs reopens. Got to have some spending money. True. Well, I already took a half a day from work. I'm gonna be there when they open, so we'll be filming it. Don't worry about that. I hope Epcot gets a lot of the Future World construction done before it reopens. I'm tired of having to walk all the way around the green fences. I don't know what they're gonna do with that. We'll have to see. We'll have to see. They might. Be sure. Yes, be sure to subscribe to Zippity Doodad for sure. It says, I love rides. For sure, Melissa, hello. Saying hi to everybody. But I do. Fast pass or I walk. I agree. I mean, Cynthia, that makes sense. Because this ride is really a popular ride. And there's going to be a wait for this ride. It's going to be a wait. But I'll be honest with you. I really wish that Disney would do, every once in a while, like they do in California, I wish they would bring back Soarin' over California here and there. I really do. I don't know that they'll ever do that. I think it's just going to be Soarin' around the world. But I would really be happy if they brought Soarin' over California back here and there. I really do. I really wish they would do that. I'll wait in line for Soarin' if it has under 45 minutes. I think it's worth it. I do too, Dan. I really do. If we're right there at 40 or so, 45, I'm probably going to do it. I agree 100%. Avery says, fun fact, Jerry Goldsmith, one of the most recognizable film score artists, created the soundtrack for Soarin' over California. He is known for his work on Mulan. Doesn't surprise me. That's a great fact, by the way, too. The Philly Crew says, we were on Soarin' last year and it stopped suddenly. Everything went black and we dropped back down. We had to get off, but got a fast pass. Wow, that's amazing. How about that? I bet that was different. Thanks for the member message. For sure. Absolutely. Good job there. All right, so Dan's going to give it an 8 out of 10. I'm going to do my rankings in just a minute here. Dan's giving it an 8 out of 10. The Philly Crew says fast pass or rope drop for sure. And that makes sense, too. A lot of people will do that for this. Soarin' or Frozen Ever After, that's the rope drops at Epcot, it seems to be, for now. Orlando Mike says, Walt, Gonzo, and Dan, you guys are all awesome. You guys are the 3 caballeros of Tiz Tubers. Thanks, Mike. I appreciate that, buddy. I'm going to take it. That's a high honor. I appreciate that. Thank you, sir. Amy, AJC Magic TV. Everybody say hi to Amy. Amy, good to see you, dear. Hope you're doing well. Avery says, another fun fact. Flight 5505 represents the anniversary of Soarin', opening in Epcot, May 5th, 2005. How about that? I didn't know that. That's pretty cool. How about that? I'll be glad to get the money saved up in 3 years to go to Walt Disney World with my beautiful cousin to celebrate my 61st. Oh my gosh. Well, I hope you get to go. Keep saving. It's definitely a save thing for sure. Brian says, when I was a cast member after DCA opened, I'd bring in friends on my pass. I used to take them on Superstar Limo first, then Soarin' so they could see the worst, then the best. If they do Soarin' over London, it will be raining the whole time. Damn, that's the truth. Russ says, I'll wait for it if it's under 30 minutes. I usually go do this during extra magic hours after fireworks. Line is usually much shorter. I believe that. I believe that 100%. What I don't understand is why they don't switch up the views more. Movie or whatever it's called. I don't know why they don't either. They could do that. They could. Especially our friends chat in the queue. It goes fast. It does go. It can go fast. It definitely can. Agreed 100% there. All right, let's see. So James is giving it. James says a 10 if I am in the center. Otherwise an 8 if the tower is leaning or the Matterhorn is bent for an average of 9. It's true. It's true. I'm going to put mine up in just a second here. Mike says Soarin' over in Tokyo is so popular that within the first hour, all the fast passes are used up. Wait is always over 2 hours long. I know it's really popular over there. All right, so here's my ranking for this ride. It gets a 9 out of 10. It still gets a 9 out of 10 for me. It would be a 10. It would be a 10 out of 10 if they could fix the video part of it. Soarin' over California was a 10 out of 10 for me. This is one of those rides, Soarin' over California, just like someone said earlier, we would clap every single time we got off the ride. Didn't matter. This one, it's a step down. It's a step back, in my opinion. Not a major step back, but enough. And probably it should even be an 8. I hate to say that, but I'm going to give it a 9 because I still really, really enjoy it. Saria gives it an 8. She gives it an 8. Ron and Meredith give it a 10. Nothing wrong with that. Dan says if the Leaning Tower of Pisa was in the ride, it would be the not-so-leaning tower. The really leaning tower. It's true. Amy gives it an 8. Cynthia says, I think they should change it every 4 months or so. Just every once in a while. Something. I agree. They should change it in some way, shape, or form. I'd be okay with that. Russ gives it a 9 out of 10. Big Noah gives it a 9 out of 10 as well. Candy Mom Cynthia does give it a 7. Melissa, what's your ranking? I want to know what you say. Eric Newman's in the house. Eric, I don't know if I said hi to you earlier, buddy, but good to see you. Eric gives it a 9. James Garcia says, I'll give it 9 out of 10. Could be longer. I'll want Soaring over America, not just Cali. Yep, there you go. That would work. Big Disney Fan says, it is a fast pass ride and it's under 45 minutes, 1 hour tops, then I'll wait. Interesting. Okay. 9 for Avery. Avery gives it a 9 as well. James, I don't know if I got yours. I think I got yours, but just in case. Saria says, I'd agree with changing the scenes every couple months. Yeah, they could do that. It is still a must-do, Brian. 100%. I agree. Well, guys, thank you all for being here. Again, let me do some mousekeeping because I didn't do it in the beginning, so I want to make sure I don't forget now. Noah says, imagine if they changed Soarin' around the world to Soarin' over Florida. Oh, that would be cool. Well, it should be like Star Tours, random film each time you ride. Oh, they could do that. I mean, I don't know how much it costs to make these different films, but that makes sense. That would be neat if they could do that. So, of course, tonight, big night on YouTube. You have Disney Fiasco starts at 7 o'clock. Be sure to check out Dan. If one of my mods could put a link to Dan's channel in the chat, I'd appreciate it. Right after Dan at 8 o'clock, Steve and I will be on, and we're going to be talking about all the good, the good and bad news that's come over Disney this last week. We have some things to talk about, and we're going to be talking about all that, our opinions, our predictions, different things. Our feelings on different things. I hope you guys can show up for that show. That's going to be really informative. It's going to be a lot of fun. We had a good time at dinner. Thank you, Amy. We had fun. Mike Wheeler says I give it a 9.9. Over the world, I'd give it an 8.5. There you go. But I really think we have, again, Disney Fiasco at 7. You have we're on Sports Night at 8. Not quite Sports Night because there are no sports. And then, of course, at 9:30 is Shep. I think Shep's going live tonight with the Shep family. So check us all out tonight. We're going to have a great time. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. Thank you to Dean over at the Live Place, theliveplace.com. I forgot about Dean a little bit earlier. But, Dean, thank you so much, buddy. And Surya Myers, you hit the nail on the head. It was going to be the last thing I said. Happy Mother's Day to all the moms out there. If I don't see you later tonight, tomorrow, enjoy your day, moms. You're so important to all of us. You're what make everything happen. And to all the moms out there, we love all of you. To my wife, Melissa, I couldn't have asked for a better mother for my children. I love you, dear, and thank you for everything you do. And, of course, to my mom, happy Mother's Day to you too, Mom. I couldn't ask for a better mother myself. I'm very lucky to have my mom. And she's still here, which is great. The older we get, the more we really, really, really thank the Lord for that. But, guys, I hope everybody has a great Mother's Day tomorrow to all the moms. Dads, husbands, treat your moms and your wives good tomorrow. Be sure to do that. Moms, enjoy your day. Take the day off. Relax. Do something fun. But everyone else, all of our members, thank you for your generosity. Disney Dan, Gonzo, Cynthia, Candy Mom, thank you so much for your generosity on those super chats today. It's been an amazing stream, guys. I love this today. Soaring over California. We got to pick. Wait, don't go anywhere. Last thing. Here we go. We're going to pick one. All right, here we go. I got one right here. Tomorrow, we are going to be discussing... We're going back over to Magic Kingdom. It's the Barnstormer. Woohoo! Goofy is in the house. So for Mother's Day, we're going to be talking the Barnstormer. Hopefully we'll have some people here for that one. Come out anyway. But the Barnstormer tomorrow, that's going to be fun. We'll talk about that. I actually have some stories about that one. So, guys, bring your rankings tomorrow. Bring your stories. It's going to be tons of fun. Speaking of rankings, there you go. As you can see, Soarin still makes a 9. It's still up there on the list for sure. But, guys, bring your stories tomorrow. Bring your rankings. Bring the fun. Magic of the Mouse TV. Good to see you. That's all right. I just appreciate you stopping in. Thank you for stopping in. Everybody, hit that like button on your way out for us. See you all tonight on all the other channels. Disney Dan at 7, Steve and I at 8, Shep at 9:30. Gonzo's going live at 11 as well. The Adventures of Gonzo with Disney YouTubers United. Be sure to check, or YouTubers United. Check out Gonzo tonight at 11 o'clock as well. If someone could put his link in the chat, I'd appreciate it. Another great channel. Tons of stuff to do tonight, guys. I hope you can make it to all of them. Other than that, everyone, please take care of yourselves and each other, and we will talk to you all a little bit later tonight. Thanks, everybody. Bye-bye.